minutes of this towel. What is up, Weekenders? I'm Corbin. Welcome to my channel. And it's been a little while. I need to do an update on this guy and some of the stuff I have going on. Over the past couple weeks since United by Bronco, I've addressed a few things. We started buying parts because if you didn't watch those videos, you'll know that I blew my front end for the second time. So we're going to address that. I'm going to show you some of the parts that I have so far, what I still need to get, along with a couple other little things like an exhaust that I just did. And yeah, so let's just dive into it and do a little update. All right, first things first, guys, I do want to announce that I have opened up a store. It's called Waypoint Supply Co. I'm going to continue on with that Waypoint theme, Weekends and Waypoints, Waypoint Supply Co., and the Waypoint experience. So go check it out. Waypoint Supply Co. is going to have a bunch of random stuff like parts, accessories, where you're going to sign up for future Waypoint experiences, along with monthly drops. That's right. I'm going to start doing monthly drops, guys. It's going to be just like custom merchandise. So it's going to be like kind of pre-order thing. So you're going to go ahead, you're going to order them. They're going to be available for the middle 2 weeks of the month. And then you'll get them. These are super high quality. They're not going to be like print on demand stuff. It's stuff that I'm actually making myself or getting other small businesses around here to help out make for you guys. So go check it out. Get those limited merch, and I think it's a cool way for you guys to help support the channel rather than set up some Patreon or subscription-based plan. I think this is a lot cooler. They are going to be a little bit more expensive just because it's going to be your guys' way of supporting the channel, but they're not going to be too expensive, and they're super high quality. So April's drop is this cool retro shirt. So go check it out, and you have until the 21st of April to get your order in on one of these, and then they're gone forever. But if you don't like this design or don't like shirts in general, just wait. Next month there'll be something else. No need to get something you guys don't like. But hey, go check out Waypoint Supply Co. And all right, let's go check out the Bronco. Okay, first things first, let's check out the exhaust. I have some issues going on with my exhaust. Well, I already addressed it, but I'm going to show you guys what my issue was and how I fixed it. But first, let's put on our work jersey. And all right, got myself a little work jersey. I made this custom jersey. It's got my name on the back, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm going to start using this as my work jersey. So whenever you see me work on the Bronco, remind me I need to wear this. Okay, so here is one of the first mods that I ever did to the Bronco, really, and it's this MBRP exhaust. It's been a great exhaust. It sounds really good. The fit and finish on it's pretty good, and I can't really complain about it. But what did start happening, as soon as I started putting the full parts coilovers on the Bronco, they have too much up travel. So that up travel is actually causing some of the suspension parts to hit this exhaust. It's also the same reason that my front fenders are kind of wrinkling. Some of you guys have pointed that out. But as you can see here, I got like just a little bit of scrapes going on. I mean, it's not bad. It's not really damaging the exhaust too much, but it is making some noises. So I did want to just like address this issue completely. So what I did was weld up a custom exhaust. I got a little race muffler, a flange, and made this stubby little dump exhaust, which comes out the bottom of the Bronco. So the race muffler, it comes out right here, comes right out the bottom of the Bronco right here, about, 3/4 of the way back. So it does blow out past the cab, so there is no smelling or whatever going on. It's just a decent little cheap race muffler. It's a 5-inch muffler. It's got a 4-inch tip on it. I had to make the tip nice and blue because race car stuff, and then just a little custom flange. So now there's no exhaust going to the back, which is not hitting my suspension anymore. So that kind of fixed that issue. The main issue is the shocks, and obviously I'm going to need bump stops, but this is a decent solution at the moment. So I know you guys want to hear it, so let's go listen to it. Tell me that doesn't sound awesome. I think it sounds cool. It's a little race car-y, but it does have some nice cool burbles to it, and it's not crazy loud. So I think it's a win. I'm pretty happy with it. Let me know if you guys think there needs to be more kind of dump options like this. I know there is for the 2.7. One company makes one. No one makes one for the 2.3 though. So I had to make this myself. I made a little custom hanger for it. I think it sounds pretty cool. So let me know what you guys think. But exhaust is fixed. So now we're gonna move on to the real stuff that I know a lot of you guys wanna know. What's going on with the front end from United by Bronco. So let's just dive right into it and show you guys what I got. Okay, so we have some stuff here. Front diff. This is actually the front diff that I took out in a few videos ago. The broken front diff from United by Bronco is still in that, they're still in the Bronco. So that means I'm still waiting on the new front end. I am not putting another M190 in. This is an M190. You can tell because it has the aluminum housing. An M210 has a steel housing and no front axle disconnect. So I ordered an M210. So we're gonna be upgrading to an M210 with a locker. It's gonna be the 446 gears, which matches the same rear end that I just put in a couple videos ago. So it should just go right in along with these parts I'm going to show here in a second. So we'll dive into this one here in a minute because this one is also broken. But I do want to show you guys what it takes to put an M220 in. So the things you're going to need for the M220, you're going to need a drive shaft. So you're going to need a new front drive shaft if you have an M190 and you're upgrading to an M210. Honestly, I don't know though. These part numbers are different, but they are identical. I've looked over this thing for probably 20 minutes and they are absolutely identical. The size is identical, like on the actual mounting surface. The bolts are identical. The diameters are identical. The uniball or slip joint section is identical. They're completely identical. I think you might not actually need to buy one of these if you're upgrading. I would be pretty convinced if they just fit right on. To be fair, this one's a little rusted and whatnot, so I'm not too mad about upgrading to this one. Or it's not even really an upgrade, but doing this one along with the rest of the new parts just to make it all new and give me a little bit of peace of mind. So yeah, so you're gonna need a drive shaft. I'll put all the parts numbers in the descriptions for everything that you need and rough estimates on prices of what you can expect to pay. Next thing up is you're gonna need new CV axles. Now these are absolutely different, so you do need these. So if you have an M190, you can notice this rusty one is the M191. There's a noticeable size difference, and the actual input shaft that goes into the front drive unit is different. So yeah, so you're gonna need that. These, there's a couple options you can do. You can either get the Spicer ones, you can get the Ford OEM ones, which are basically these but non-painted, or you can get the Ford Performance ones, which are these ones. They're also the best deal and they're painted. So just go ahead, get the Ford Performance ones and be done with it. I think they're about 500 bucks for the set. So yeah, so you're gonna need that, and then you're also going to need the tuner. So you're gonna need a ProCal tuner. Now the reason you need this is to turn off the front axle disconnect. If you have an M190 front end without a locker, which actually none of them have lockers, you're gonna need to turn off the front axle disconnect. The M210s do not have front axle disconnects. If you don't turn this off and just throw it in, you're gonna throw a bunch of codes, the computer's not gonna like it. The only way to do it is with the ProCal tuner. So the Ford software asks you if you're upgrading to a new axle, and it will reprogram the ECM to recognize that you're upgrading to an M210 front axle. So you do need this. You can find them for 600 to 650 bucks now. And a bonus, you do get a little bit more power out of it. And you get all the cool data log features and all the gauges and everything cool that comes with this. So you're also gonna need this. And that's pretty much everything that you need to do the install, along with the wiring harness for the locker. So if you're upgrading to an M210 with a locker, which they all do, you're gonna need a wiring harness. Now, these, you can buy the OEM wiring harness that Ford sells. It's like $300. It's pretty outrageous. Or you can actually go online and buy these butt connectors, which are gonna connect into the locker on the front diff. Now these guys do run like $70 just for this, But luckily, you can actually find these at junkyards off of early 2000s Ford Focuses. It's on their the hood release sensor. So that's what I did. I just went to a junkyard. I picked these up for a couple dollars each. And you can run the lockers off of a 12 volt source. So you can just go ahead, plug them in to a 12 volt source, which is just going to be an aux switch. You got to make sure you got the right fuses and such involved with that. But yeah, so we're just going to run that to this plug with a 12 volt source to run the locker, and we should be pretty good to go. So like I said, I don't have the M210 yet, so we're still waiting on that, and then all of this will go in, and I should be filming that for you guys. It's pretty straightforward. I just kind of pull the stuff out, put the stuff in. Another thing I want to show you guys that I've had recently is motor mounts. So I have a 2.3 liter, and I'm pretty sure the 2.7 has at least one of these. The Ford Broncos have hydraulic motor mounts, which is super weird. They're these hydraulic motor mounts. So pretty much it's like a shock absorber, right? So it's got this little canister, it's got hydraulic fluid in it, and the engine rests on top here, and it pushes down and absorbs the shock load. Well, one of mine failed, I thought, so I went ahead and replaced it, which is this one. You can see this shaft right here is moving around a lot. It's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be like this one, which is nice and sturdy, and hydraulic fluid will just like pour out of this thing if I tip it over. So I went ahead and replaced the passenger side one, which is this one, and it turns out my driver's side one is also bad. I'm getting like these clunks. I went under there, I've stuck a camera in there, and it does like move the engine up and down. On it, you can clearly see it's bad. So I ordered the driver's side one, which is a huge pain in the butt. And you actually have to take apart, or you have to take out the front drive unit just to replace this. So I'm going to be doing this also while I replace my front end. But I just want to make it known that these guys could be an issue in the future. Granted, I have jumped my Bronco a bunch and done a bunch of crazy stuff. So these might be premature failure. I have about 40,000 miles on mine. So yeah, something to look out for. They are $100 each, roughly. Yeah, so there's no aftermarket for these guys yet. I don't know how I feel about the hydraulic things. If this is going to be a common issue, that's going to be a little bit annoying. But yeah, just wanted to bring awareness to that. You can see this one was rubbing really bad. So these guys are bad. This is a new one. This is going to go into the driver's side. But so now you guys know about that. Let's break into this. This is one of the bad ones. This one made, or let's break into this front drive unit. This made a bunch of real like clinking, clacking noises, and that was the whole reason, especially in four-wheel drive, that was the reason that I replaced this guy. It's pretty much scrap metal. Nobody wants this thing. So I figured, why not just break it apart, check out what's inside before I end this video off, just so you guys can, I don't know, maybe see something cool. I haven't opened it up yet, so yeah, let's open an M2 or M190 that's potentially blown up. See what it looks like. I did it! Oh no, I made a mess of this towel. That's okay, it's scrap. Okay, let's see what we got here. Nothing's really sticking out to me at the moment. This was filled with a ton of metallic the last time I drained the fluid. So the pinion looks okay from my view. It spins. This guy also spins. Oh, there's a lot of metallic in there, but oh, and there's an open diff. As you can see, the diff is actually welded. There's no way of taking the ring gear off. My hands are gonna be super smelly after this. There's a front axle disconnect. Don't ask me how that works. Well, guys, I have no idea. I'm kind of lost with this front diff on what's wrong with it. It was making terrible noises. I'll try to see if I can't find any video. I might not have it, but yeah, it was making terrible noises. That's why we replaced it with the one that's in it. So who knows? It could be a bunch of different things. Tolerances could be bad, stuff binding up. I'm not a diff expert. Nothing really there that's pointing out to me that's crazy bad. This one, on the other hand, is for sure bad. I do have video of this making terrible noises. So as soon as I replace that front diff, we will tear that one apart also and check that one out. And I guarantee there's gonna be some good damage inside of that one. But there you go, guys. I just wanted to give you guys an update of where I'm at with the Bronco. This video is probably just a lot of rambling, but hope it gets you guys up to date where the Bronco's at and what's next in my steps to get it back out on the trails. M210's coming soon. We'll get that installed hopefully within the next couple weeks, and then we will be back to 100%. So with that being said, guys, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, check out Waypoint Supply Co. Get your monthly drops, check out parts. There's more parts coming on there soon, so keep an eye out for that. But we'll catch you guys at the next Waypoint.